Hello there, my name is Javier Montenegro Ho from Virtual Dynamics Science and Engineering Virtual Labs. Here I am going to show some images I have created with an algorithm I have developed. This image is named Complexity in Crescendo, and it shows objects from the simplest at the center to the most complex geometry at the outskirts. As it may be appreciated, all the objects in the image fit together in perfect harmony. Asymmetric tiling is the name of this picture. It showcases irregular shaped objects encasing one into another without overlapping, and once again in perfect harmony. Just imagine all these objects represent the different nations of the world, and all of them are living in harmony with no war, where no country wants to take the lands of another. I was working on mathematical gaskets when I created this image, and I called it Psychedelic Gasket. According to a friend of mine, this picture recalls him his psychedelic journeys. This is one of the first pictures I made with my newly created algorithm, and even though some years have passed, I don't have a name for it yet. Uncertain Destiny is the name of this image. As it may be appreciated, this picture describes a labyrinth formed by a set of objects fitting one another. Obviously, whoever is at the center of this labyrinth has an uncertain destiny, because he doesn't know where he will wind up once he starts walking through the objects. Every so often in our lives, we feel at the center of a maze like this, and then we think that indeed we have an uncertain destiny. This picture may represent the ideal harmony among different elements, like countries and nations and different cultures. Nobody wanted to take advantage of the other, everybody living in peace. These colored objects look like the petals of an ideal flower. This is the reason I call this image Flower of Joy, because it really looks like a colorful flower, and the combination of colors communicates happiness and joy. This image resembles some geometrically organized thorns, but I haven't decided yet which must be its name. Counter-rotating sharks is the name of this image, because it shows from the center to the periphery sharks rotating in contrary directions. This is obviously a flower, but just flower would be a too generic name. I still need to consider a more suitable denomination for this image. Obviously, this image showcases a more interesting than the previous flower, but again, I need to consider a name for this picture. It happens that whenever I am in the mood for making these drawings, I feel so relaxed that I cannot think any name for the resulting pictures. This image displays some concurrent arrows. This is arrows pointing in the same direction, in this case towards the center of the image. Just imagine these arrows represent the coordinated efforts made by all the countries to fight against hunger and disease in the world. Obviously, the world would be a much better place to live. Collective effort is the name of this image. Here there are very simple objects of the same shape organized so that they fit together without overlapping. We all know that a single element cannot do a great deal, However, if all the elements work together in an organized way, the result may be something useful. Once again, this is another flower. This image looks like a flower, but I haven't had time to name it. It happens that I have created some 200 images with my algorithm, and I haven't had time to name all of them. This looks like a propeller. This is also one of the first images I created with my new algorithm. I named this image the butterfly effect. Butterfly effect is the name of a physical phenomenon where an ultra-small change in the conditions at the beginning of a dynamical system drives it towards a very different result. The name of this image is Diversity Concord, because it is composed of diverse geometry objects fitting in perfect harmony. This image is named Deceptive Enthusiasm. Sometimes we put our hopes in something, but as time passes by, we face the reality and then we understand that it was just a deceptive enthusiasm. At times, we have dreams, and these are destroyed by reality. This image made me remember my own shattered dreams. For this reason, I gave this name to this picture. Some people endure so many shattered dreams that they lose their faith and become skeptical. Psychedelic fears is the name of this image. According to a friend of mine, when he is on an LSD journey, he sees these kind of images. These have some beauty, but at the same time, these are really distressing. This is another version of Uncertain Destiny, an image already shown. I don't have a name for this image, but for me it is appealing maybe because my mind always tries to find a pattern and regularity in everything. These objects look like a set of organized thorns. With this flower, which has no name yet, I finished this exhibition. Thanks very much. Hope you liked my drawings. I will appreciate your subscription to my channel and a like to this video.